Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 20 secret features, hidden details, and epic things you might have missed from the Festive Surprise 2017 DLC. So let's jump into this and let's get it started. The first thing we're going to be taking a look at today is some changes to the Avenger. So if you go into the back of the Avenger, you'll notice that Rockstar has added festive ribbons and little things that hang from the ceiling, as well as Christmas lights too. So this is pretty cool. Now, I wish Rockstar did this in more areas or more things around Los Santos, but this is still pretty awesome. So the Avenger has been Christmasified, which is pretty epic. The same thing is actually happening inside of the Mobile Operations Center too. Now in this one, it's a little bit different than the Avenger, so their styles are slightly apart from each other, but this is pretty awesome, needless to say. So hanging out inside the back of the Avenger or in the cab of the MOC just became that much cooler thanks to these awesome Christmas decorations. Speaking of new Christmas decorations, Rockstar has added 3 new Christmas trees to the world. So we've previously seen them in our apartments, our MC clubhouses, our offices, office garages, and then on our yachts and houses. However, we got 3 new properties today, and Rockstar have added them in all 3. So in the facility, you'll actually find it in the lounge. So it's located on the left side of the room, and it's sort of by the big open glass window that overlooks sort of like the bullpen down there. So that's where it's located, which is pretty awesome. In the bunker, it's located right on the rail in that sort of raised platform where your laptop is, where you would do like sourcing and selling and stuff like that. And then in the Smuggler's Run hangar, it's actually located right across from your computer, where you would do, again, sourcing and selling missions. So pretty cool locations right there. However, that's not the only cool secret feature. These trees, as compared to the other ones that we mentioned a little bit earlier, actually play music. So take a listen to this right now.
Low-level seismic activity detected. Listening devices engaged.
So it seems to rotate between 3 different Christmas carols, which is really cool. These are the only 3 Christmas trees in the game that do that. If you go to one of the other trees, like in the office or your apartment, you'll notice that it does not have the noise. Another really cool feature by Rockstar. Another cool feature that Rockstar added were these bodysuits. However, one thing you may not know about them is they're kind of revealing. That's all I'll really say on the matter, but whether you're a male or a female, they seem to be a little too tight in some areas, if you catch my drift. I could have gone without seeing the full package or seeing all that hanging out down there. So yeah, the bodysuits are pretty tight. They're cool, but a little revealing as well. Now, some other interesting notes about the bodysuits. There's 2 tricks you can do with this. Number 1, if you don't want the mask part of it or the face part of it, you can just go to accessories and then flip over to gear and then flip off and you can save it. However, if you wanted to add something like a mask, it's really easy. It takes like 1 extra step. What you want to do is go to either your facility or your bunker. You want to put a mask on, doesn't matter what it is. You then want to hop into bed. Once you're in bed, you want to put on the bodysuit that doesn't have the face or mask attached to it. And when you get out of bed, you should just have the mask with the bodysuit on. And this will allow you to save it and then get it the way you want. Because typically you can't put a mask or a hat or anything on the bodysuit. It'll take it away. So this is actually really cool, and it's a great way in which you can customize them just a little bit more. Now, building off of those bodysuits, a lot of the clothing from the 2017 DLC and a ton from the 2016 DLC have illumination features. Now, this might be the first time you're experiencing this, so if you go to your interaction menu, you can adjust your illumination modes. There's on, off, and then pulse and flash. And depending on which one you do will have a different effect on your outfit. So again, I think that's pretty awesome. You should check out these bodysuits and obviously the sweaters and the mask and the hat from last year. They're all great when it comes to glowing in the dark. So I would definitely recommend that you go check that out and then obviously play around with those really cool illumination features. It looks great now. It's going to look even better when the snow arrives. Now, speaking of the clothing from the prior year's DLCs, it's actually kind of confusing when you're like looking inside the clothing store to figure out what year or what DLC it comes from. So the Festive Surprise updates are labeled 2017, 2016, 2015, and then Festive Surprise. So if it says just Festive Surprise, know that that content came out in 2014. Festive Surprise 2015, obviously 2015, 2016, 16, and then obviously 2017 is this year, and that's all the brand new content that was just added with the Doomsday Heist DLC. So again, it is a little bit confusing. Rockstar do an okay job of having it organized. The only thing that's confusing is the Festive Surprise with no year label. And once again, that does not mean it's extra new. That means, in fact, it's the oldest, coming out in 2014. Another thing that's cool is Rockstar have actually returned the firework launcher into the game, which means a ton of people are going to be celebrating by launching off fireworks. However, most don't know that you can just buy more fireworks from your interaction menu. Yes, is it a little bit more expensive, but it's ever so convenient as you only get 20 total fireworks. And this is great for fireworks shows, how you don't have to leave and, go to the ammunition. Just to get 20 more rounds, you can just, click 2 or 3 buttons from your interaction menu, and then you've got a full set of ammo. So again, another great trick for using the firework launcher. Okay, up next, we've talked about some of the little Christmas trees inside of our house, but the big one at Legion Square, it actually has some Easter eggs on there. It has 2 early stage photos of North Yankton on there. So at first glance, it kind of just looks like a snowy field with some trees, but no, that's North Yankton. So there's 2 North Yankton photos in there. Again, very, very interesting the way Rockstar sneak in Easter eggs. That would have been nice to be able to go to North Yankton this year, but I don't think Rockstar is ever going to do that. So it looks like the most they're giving us is 2 photos on a big Christmas tree. Now, let's move on to some details regarding the brand new vehicle, the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. One thing that's pretty interesting about this is the hood opens up the reverse from what we traditionally see on normal cars. So the latch is on the front of the car towards the grille, and it almost opens up backwards, which I thought was kind of unique. So that's kind of a cool feature of this vehicle. Another cool feature is the secondary color. So the secondary color will obviously modify, exterior parts of the car, but what it will also do is change the color of the grille, which is not modifiable in any of the Los Santos custom shop options. And it also changes this thin plastic bar that runs around the entirety of the car. So the secondary color can lead to some pretty unique and cool modifications on this vehicle. And third, last but not least, something that's not great about this car is the fact that the custom wheels can't be changed colors. So this car was equipped with some really epic custom wheels that look really cool, but unfortunately, because they're chrome, you actually can't change the colors of them. And I tried looking around in some of the other categories like tuner and even in sports and SUV, couldn't really find anything that matched all that well. So a little bit unfortunate right there, but if you keep them stock, they still look really nice. So not that that's too big of a deal. Now, this isn't news specific to the Festive Surprise update, but since this is the first vehicle that was added in the Festive Surprise, you can add Festive Surprise horns. So there's 3 of them. They are all free. Now, these horns, like the clothing, are not permanent, so they will be removed when the Festive Surprise is over. However, if you equip them now, even though they'll be removed in free mode, you'll still be able to use them in races. So if you want to have Christmas honking going on during races in the middle of July, well, make sure you get a Christmas horn on right now. Now, a couple things about the horns themselves. Number 1, even if you're not using the horn, if you're just idling or driving, there will be a consistent jingle that is applied to the horns themselves. And if you are driving and you increase your speed, the pace of the horn will actually increase as well. I'll let you guys take a listen to that right now. So when you're going really slow, the horn is pretty normal speed. When you speed up and go really fast, the horn speed is sped up, which is actually kind of awesome. It's very cool to hear those festive songs going 2 or 3 times faster than they really should be. All right, the final 2 things I'm going to be showing you guys today are pretty old tricks, but I still think they are awesome. So one of the things that was added in the original Festive Surprise DLC was this elf hat right here. And if you put this on, you'll actually notice that it jingles. Take a listen. So pretty cool, right? Well, in 2016, Rockstar added a glowing version and even an updated version of this, and it doesn't jingle. What the heck? We traded in the glowing ability for jingling ability. So if you ever thought to yourself, man, I really like this glowing elf hat, but I really wish that ball in the back would actually jingle when I walked, well, just use the 2014 version. It works really well. All right, and last but not least, the final thing we're going to be talking about today has to do with the glowing bodysuits and also the illuminating clothing as well. 2 very interesting things. Number 1, if you ever see the shadow of yourself in the illuminating clothing, even if it's off, you'll still see the shadow is glowing, which is kind of awkward. And number 2, it still works in water. I'm not sure how that works with the illumination and electricity and stuff like that, but you can go in the water, you can submerge yourself, and you'll still be glowing, which you might think is worthless, but it actually is kind of practical. So yesterday I made a video talking about how salvage is a pretty useful thing you could do. Even though you couldn't wear this sort of suit and still do salvage with the scuba gear, that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. It gets dark down there. Having a glowing suit on would be a nice way to light your path a little bit. But anyways, that right there is all the information I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. 20 secret features, hidden details, and things you might not have known about the Festive Surprise 2017 DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. As always, if you think you have any secret features I missed in this video, be sure to let us know in the comments section down below. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.